they've been treating you
really
thus
good.
far.
Really
Yeah?
good.
Yeah?
Bum, bum, bum.
Those are good.
Hey, thanks.
Those are very good.
Very good.
Wow, look at those.
You know?
Powerful.
Powerful.
You know,
So Richard,
dynamic.
can you just say your name and who you're with?
Sure, it's Richard Crouse from Canada AM, CTV's Canada AM. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you, Richard.
You play, I think, probably the most broadly comedic part
I guess so.
in the role.
I was going for dramatic. I'm just not very good
Well,
at
it
it.
mostly works.
Yeah.
No, but I thought it was very funny. I like how you seem to have a real rapport with the kids. You play a Catholic priest teaching at a Catholic school where all your students aren't necessarily Catholic.
Sure.
And I like the rapport that you had with the kids. Can you tell me a little bit about working with them?
I mean, at times it does feel like you're an actual teacher. Like it's, you know, because the kids kind of get bored and, you know, filming takes a long time, and a lot of that time nothing is happening. So I just try to keep them engaged. They're kind of maybe 10-year-old, 12-year-old kids, and I try to keep them entertained. I do sock puppetry, and then I realized that they weren't 4 years old. They laughed me out of the room, and then I came back with dirty jokes, and that kind of worked.
Right.
But it was fun. I've got a bunch of nieces and nephews, and so I was kind of felt fairly comfortable in their company.
Yeah, it's like herding cats almost, right?
Yes.
With that amount of kids.
Yeah, but I felt at ease because I knew I was at the same mental age as they were.
This film is about like a lot of stuff, but it really, for me, when I walked away and was giving it a think afterwards, I thought, you know, this is really about building family. This is a movie about no matter how unconventional the people are.
Right.
You know, there's a prostitute, a guy who clearly drinks too much and is unhappy in many facets of his life. But you know, if you bang them all together, you can choose your family and you can put it together.
I think that's really smart. I think I hadn't thought about it like that, but that actually is, I guess, what the film is about. And we're all so migrational now, and you know, that kind of idea of a family nucleus is somewhat dissipating. So I definitely find that all the time. I'm building new families, you know, because you move from city to city, and it's like you got to start all over again. So I think that happens in this movie a lot. Even like with Bill and his wife, he has to build a new family, and it's hard to trust people. Is the hardest thing that you can do.
Well, I think, you know, as an actor, probably working on, you know, you make 3 films a year, 4 films a year, whatever
Right.
it is, or you do your television show, you get really tight with people for 6 or 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And you're like, totally, of course, we'll hang
Yeah.
out, high five, and then you may never speak to them again. Or,
I know.
or even though you may have shared a love scene, or you may have shared, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny, like particularly at the start of my career, you do find that it's such an explosion of energy when you start a film, and these bonds are sealed very early, and then you just don't see each other again. So what I've done as time has gone on is I just don't create relationships with anybody. I just barely talk to people now that I work with.
I've been hearing
Because I've been hurt before.
it's the reputation that precedes you now. I'm reading about it in all the magazines.
Without a doubt, it's so cold.
Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
Thank you,
Good
Richard.
to see you. Yeah.
No, I'm glad you enjoyed it.